So welcome to New Mexico Polarity, and I'm CindyWagner, and I do Ayurvedic lifestyle counseling as well as polarity therapy. For those of you that are not familiar with either one, the polarity is the energetic work, and it's allowing you to understand your body in an energetic way, your wireless anatomy. So instead of just thinking about your muscles, your bones, your tendons, your tissues, you're thinking about the underlying energetic system. And there are many, many currents that are happening in the body and outside of the body because we're really three-dimensional beings. And we tap into those currents to check to see what's flowing and what's blocked. And if something's blocked, we unblock it. And we do this through touch. And there's 3 different touches in polarity. You have a very firm touch, a kind of medium touch, and a very light touch. And sometimes your hands are off the body as well. So in my work, I'm with a person on a polarity table, and they're clothed and may have a blanket on them if they need, maybe a pillow if they need, but very comfortable. And I'll have some binaural frequencies in the room, which are sounds that allow the brain to dip down into a very relaxed state. So the frequencies that are understood in the brain are allowing you to touch into your parasympathetic, your feed and breathe nervous system. And an example of that is one speaker might have 306 hertz and another speaker might have 300 hertz. But what the brain hears, it creates its own frequency of 6 hertz, the difference between the two. And that'll create a theta wave, which brings your systems into this relaxed, very calm, lovely place to be, especially with how crazy we can feel with our environment, with so many things being overstimulated today. The 3-minute jingles that, we can't seem to have music last longer than that right on the radio, and then the television with so much animation and change, scene, because we can't seem to slow anything down. We want it accelerated. We are just needing that sensation. So lots of sensory input that's overstimulating us and in the long run fatiguing us. Our adrenal glands and everything are just exhausted. So when someone comes to me, they may be very stressed, they might be in pain, they might feel just emotionally imbalanced, they may be having nutritional issues, which I'll speak to in just a moment. And so they get on that table, they hear those binaural frequencies, they feel the different touches, and then the marmi or the romani, they're acupoints on the body that allow the person to just feel maybe a pressure, on that part. A marma can be one, finger length, or it can be many finger lengths. But anyway, that is allowing the opening of the channel that might be closed and allow the flow of energy to happen. And there's 117 marmi points on the body. The nutritional aspect I spoke of a minute ago, Ayurvedic nutrition understands that there are 6 tastes. And these 6 tastes are considered as frequencies into the body. And so as we eat something, the food is our medicine, and those frequencies come into the body via the tastes of sweet and sour and salty and bitter and pungent and astringent. And those different tastes affect us in different ways depending on what our particular body constitution is. So if you happen to be a person that has a lot of air and a lot of space in your body, vata, that person would need to have frequencies that could balance that, not the same frequencies of the air and the space. You want something different. You want more fire, you want more earth, you want more water. What you don't have, you want to balance it. And obviously vice versa, somebody who has a lot of fire, a pitta, okay, they may need more of the air and the space. They may be lacking that, so we try to balance. So we have a specific dosha or body constitution that we come into this world, prakriti, and that is our basic body, mind, dosha or constitution. And as we experience life, it gets imbalanced. And anything can imbalance it. Trauma can imbalance it. What kinds of foods we're eating can imbalance it. All the different kinds of experiences. Environment can imbalance it. So we take into account what is happening in our lifestyle at the present moment. And I sit down with the person and I go through food journal and understand what their circumstances are. And then we just go from there. And we kind of figure out, oh, so this isn't quite right and this isn't quite right. These foods are actually aggravating you. And we have to find foods that are going to pacify and balance you. Or this particular job isn't working for you, or the kind of exercise you're doing isn't working for you. The environment itself that you're living in needs to change. And so we go through, in baby steps, what each person is wanting to handle at this moment, changes that need to happen to create that balance again. So that's the beauty of Ayurveda, the science of life, and polarity. So thank you for listening.